Okay, guys, today we're gonna be making Henry's flipper. You can just use a sticky note like how I am, or you can just use a paper and fold it to origami size. So first, you want to fold it diagonally like this, and then you want to do the same on the other way. And then you want to unfold and flip to the other side. Now you want to fold to the middle, and then you want to do that on all sides. And then you want to fold them back like this on all sides. Then you should have something like this. Now you need to take, you see this crease right here, and then you take this crease and put it onto this crease like that. Then you want to do that on all sides. Now this is the tricky part. So you want to fold it, you want to turn it to the other side. So you have this. You don't want these one layer pieces, you want these corner pieces. So when you take those, then fold it to the middle like that. And I can't do them on all sides because you have to do something different. Then you need to fold it to the middle and then do it to this side too. So then you should have something like this because it's just the same thing on this side. But this is the hard part. So you want to take this, you want to take these both actually, fold them to here, and then do what I did to these right here by folding this to the middle and folding it back onto this crease, and then you're going to do the same to this side. Now you should have something a bit like this. Well, it's just these. So like if you're confused, it's just these things that I did before, unfolded, then did it again but on this side. And then now you want to unfold it like that, and then we want to do this one and this one so that you have this thing. You want to push on these sides, then you want to like push it down, push it like that. So then increase it right here, and then push it to that side. So then you have like, I guess, a shuriken kind of thing. And then you want to do that to all sides, but this one, because this one's different too. Now for this side, for this last side, you're going to have to do two at the same time. So instead of doing that, you want to fold it like this and like that. So then whenever you fold it down or crease it down, it's all ready. And then you want to do one side and then the other. So then it's already ready. And then you fold it that way, and then you fold this that way. So you're going to make sure that whenever you turn them, all of them are facing that way. Well, yeah. That, and that. So then you should have something like, I guess, a shuriken. Now you're going to flip it to the other side, and then take these and tuck it in there. You can do it that way, or you can do it the way that I do it, where you take this part and then fold it again, like right here, so that you have this. So I did this to right there, and then I unfold this, push into here so that it opens up, crease it like that, and then I just push this into there. So then it's in the pocket. You can do it that way, or you can do it the easier way, but this way works better. Then you just want to do it on all the other sides. And if any of the sides are like of these pocket triangles are like tinier, then try to make sure that at the beginning step where I told you to fold them to the middle, that they're all equal sized. Because if they're not, then these might come up tinier so that you can't put them in. And if you can't put them in, then they're just going to be sticking out. So, yeah. Now, there are two things that you can do with this. You can, one, use it as a spinner or as a boomerang, which is pretty fun. Which is basically, you can just play catch when you're with yourself. So, put it in there. Okay, and then the last one. Now it's done. So now you have this. You can also use it as a picture frame, but then you need to use a bigger bigger paper, and make sure that it's origami, because this only works with origami paper, which is also known as square paper. And yeah. So now to use it as a spinner, you need to take, not this side, but you want to take this side and push and fold like this, but not all the way, and no creasing. And then you should have something a bit like this. And then, boom. It spins for not that quite long, but it's like a decent time, I'd say. It spins the longer. Okay, so I got a cap, knowing that the smoother surface it's on, the longer it spins. So this side's pretty rough, that's why it doesn't last that long. But this side, however, okay, clearly this isn't good enough. But yeah, the more smoother the surface is, the more longer it spins. And then for the boomerang, you need to fold it back to like this. And then to make it go straight, you need to, like, from my point of view, so like, I'm just showing this to the camera this way. So like, if you know how to do this, you know. And then hit it like that. Then it goes straight. But you want to make sure that you kind of hit it with your nail. So then you want to hold it like just on the very tip and not too hard. So then if you want it to go straight, you just have to do this. I mean, this is in my point of view, but in your point of view, then it would be like this. And then you need to hit the side. So I'm gonna do it. Oops, hit the camera. Yeah. And then if you want the boomerang, you wanna if you wanna do the boomerang, then you need to hit it a bit, not like perfectly straight ahead of you, but a bit diagonally up so that it comes back. Okay, yeah, that was too delayed. I'm gonna do it in like an open space, I guess. That was a good one. So yeah, it actually works pretty good as a boomerang. It's just that the better strategy, I mean, like, the more you do it, the better you get used to it. I think you saw that one. I don't know about you, but that one did not work. So yeah.